Hello and welcome to Weekends with Ventura. I'm Shalini and with me is Vineet. Hi Vineet.
Hi Shalini, hi viewers.
Vineet, the gas distribution stocks have been seeing a lot of roller coaster ride lately. Can we just revisit these stocks?
Yeah, so it's not been a roller coaster ride. What has been happening is that Gujarat Gas hit new highs, and while it did correct, second quarter results were a blockbuster. So the stock has really rallied back to high highs, and MGL has been plagued by slow volume growth and sell out of the BP stake.
Correct.
So because of which the stock has been coming down. Now, what really happened in the past is that we've had a lot of disruption around the EV space. And the players who are more into CNG will obviously get impacted because the first line of EV rollout would obviously be in the public transport system, right? So that was also a logic for giving a sell on MGL despite it having the best of margins, and return ratios. So now what has happened is with the government backtracking on the compulsory rollout of EV deadlines, the life cycle of the CNG industry, which had kind of getting compressed time-wise, his visibility has gone up substantially higher. So we believe that in these times when you are looking out for stocks to invest, the best place to invest would be in stocks which have got good cash flow generation. Because gas is typically cash business. Yeah, you pay in advance and then you get your material. Maybe for the industrials it would not be so in the case of Gujarat Gas. But everyone is ramping up very fast, and we've seen a lot of hyper growth going to happen over the next 8 years because we have a pan-India rollout of CGD gas, right? The government's initiative to go to clean gas, and the pipeline rollout and so many geographies have been given to players, and there are extremely strict time-bound rollout targets. Okay. So giving these facts, I think the rollout is going to be very strong, and both Gujarat Gas and Intraday Gas have won good number of geographies in the 9th and 10th rounds. Okay. And so the opportunity size is going to be gargantuan. So given this, cash flow generations, with the exception of Gujarat Gas, both the other players have got highly unlevered balance sheets. And third is that, being a cash business along with good growth opportunity, I think, this is one sector which will relatively outperform the markets, both in the up cycle if there is one, and even in a down cycle.
So Vineet, what is the growth prospects for these three stocks?
So if you see the three stocks, you'll find that we expect Intraday Gas to grow its volumes at about 10.5%. Mahanagar Gas, we expect the volume growth to be slightly muted because they are not willing to sacrifice on ROE, and they're extremely frugal with their rollout. They're not compromising profitability to any extent. And third is Gujarat Gas. Now Gujarat Gas has expanded very aggressively, and in its existing geographies also we are going to see good traction coming in from CNG business, as well as adoption of NG as a low cost, efficient and clean fuel. So the entire Gujarat ecosystem of industry is shifting to gas. Okay. So we are going to see very high margin, very high kind of growth coming from there in terms of volumes. But you also need to see in this segmental volume figure, you will find that between MGL and IGL versus GGL or Gujarat Gas, the concentration of revenue is more from CNG and PNG, while in the case of Gujarat Gas, it is more in favor of industrial. Now industrials typically have got low margins, and your CNG has got the highest margins. Okay. So now that catch up is going to happen with Gujarat Gas. Of course, we will never see the 8 and 9 and 10 EBITDA per SCM that IGL and GGL do get. But what we are going to see is that 3.6 EBITDA per SCM in the case of Gujarat Gas move up to about 4.1 by FY22. Okay, that is largely due to contribution of CNG as well as repricing of industrial gas. So so we believe that Gujarat Gas is the best player among the three sectors.
That was what we
Yes,
thought
that is
about
always
last
we
time also.
thought about. Stock hit new highs. Gujarat MGL underperformed, and Indraprasth Gas has been where it was. Okay, but now the status quo is going to change, and I believe that as time goes by, Indraprasth Gas will join
League.
the league of Gujarat Gas in terms of stock price performance.
So, Vineet, what could be the concern area for the industry or the CGD pack?
So, for the existing geographies, what PNGRB has been doing, which is the regulatory body, is they're trying to get, redefine the tariffs which are being played out.
Okay.
Okay, they tried doing this with Indraprasth Gas in 2015, and Indraprasth Gas contested them in court. And the Supreme Court ruled that PNGRB has got no right in determining tariffs. Okay, so again this issue has come up, and PNGRB and the ministry have been toying with the idea of providing this, but this has been very heavily opposed by the
Industry.
public sector incumbents along with GAIL. Okay, and we believe that Supreme Court will always rule over this unless you have a kind of a bill coming out to that extent. So what is the issue is that marketing of gas margins need to be changed as per the PNGRB. Okay, now if that were to happen, these three players in their existing geographies would come under stress because their monopoly for marketing in these geographies has kind of terminated. So they had a window of 5 years for marketing margins, and that is gone. For IGL and MGL, it is elapsed. And in the case of Gujarat Gas, out of its 20-25 geographies, 8 have lapsed.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a concern area, but we will have to wait and watch the fine print, how it comes out and how does the entire ecosystem evolve.
But we are not really expecting a major change in things coming in.
At this point in time, no, but you never know how things pan out. So that is a risk factor that investors have to keep in mind.
So, Vineet, if you had to put these three companies in order wise, the best to the lowest, how would you place it?
So Gujarat Gas is obviously our best pick. Okay, we have been harboring that always. That is our view. We continue to remain with that. I think the next stock that will join the bandwagon, the pecking order, would be IGL and then followed by MGL.
Perfect. So guys, Gujarat Gas, Indraprasth Gas and MGL is looking very interesting in the current market scenario. Say what, Vineet?
Yeah, and it is definitely to watch out for these stocks. They are like an oasis in a desert of questionable opportunities. So given this situation, if you have any queries, do shoot us in the comments below, and please do like and share the video on your timeline.
Till next week, bye bye.